Hello, my name's Alicia Curtis and I'm the Project Manager of the Engaging Young Leaders on Aged Care Boards project. I want to thank you for registering for our first Unconvention that's going to be held in a couple of days. I want to thank you for being an innovator, a change agent, a leader in the aged care sector by exploring this very unconventional and innovative idea of engaging young leaders on aged care boards. Dr. Nikki Howe and myself have been exploring the business case for engaging young leaders on aged care boards, and we wanted to share with you some of our findings as a bit of a preview before the Unconvention on Thursday. We're really excited with the two panels that we've got organised for the day, and we look forward to seeing you there.
One of the interesting things around board effectiveness is that often people go to the skills and knowledge of the particular board member. And without a doubt, sometimes young people don't have the experience that older people have. But the other side of the coin to board effectiveness is actually board behaviours. And one of the significant contributions that we think young people can make to boards is actually that whole dynamic around board behaviours. We know that homogeneity of groups can bring about groupthink. And one of the things that we really think the offer of the young person is that they won't do the groupthink. They don't think that way. They're actually going to be thinking a very different way to a lot of the other people on the board. And that challenging, that different way of thinking is actually going to make a board a lot more effective. So we think one of the great contributions that young people can bring to a board is that age diversity. And certainly in terms of being competitive, that's what we need to be able to demonstrate, both in terms of our culture, our procedures and our practices. And we think that's a great contribution that young people can make to boards. And there's a lot of research around to suggest the whole issue around board succession presents a problem for all of us. A recent report says that 29% of board members are over the age of 60. So, I know that if you look around your board, you're probably going to look that a third of the people that are on the board are over 60. So engaging young people in the board means that you've actually got a succession plan. You've actually started to put that in place before these people leave. And the important thing is to stagger your board succession so that you're engaging young people, you're developing them up, and then when a vacancy comes up, they can nominate and be mentored or reverse mentored, so that you get the best mix on your board. One of the fabulous things that I've experienced in doing this project with Alicia is the opportunity for us to have an intergenerational relationship where I'm learning from her and she's learning from me. And we just take that as a very small case study and imagine that filtering across Australia where you've got young people on board, you've got older people on boards, and you're able to actually learn from each other. We all know that being a learner is of a strategic advantage for any organisation. We've always got to be able to learn and change and adapt. And having the capacity to have a young person helping me learn and me giving what I know back to the young person, I think makes for a great intergenerational relationship. A lot of the people that work at our organisation are certainly baby boomers. And when Alicia and I met and we talked about this project, one of the things for us that was really important was, well, how do you get young people actually into the sector? And of course we've flipped it on its head, because what we've done is say, well, we don't want to get them in at the carer level, we actually want to get them in at the governance level. And one of the great benefits of having young people on the governance side of the organisation is their capacity to offer strategic advice about how do you retain and attract young people into your organisation.